Eychimo's Adventures is now live. Multi-streaming with
Not gonna spawn, huh? Doesn't look like it's gonna spawn. Well, it did spawn. How about that? Alright. This was a nightmare yesterday. Try it again this morning. Maybe. Never can tell. We will see. We will see, said the blind man. All we have to do is find it. Huh. Say, huh. Say, huh. It's not this far up here, I don't think. Alright. Alright, it's here somewhere. It really is. Honest. I think this is it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was. Wasn't hitting the thing, I guess. Well,
you have to pay extra for the door.
Yeah, I gotta be smart enough to know where it's at. I knew it had to be there somewhere. I just knew it did. Alright, let's see if I can remember where I'm going here. Nope, that's not it. Wrong side. This side. This door. Hey, all these mazes. Okay. We found it. We found the seat.
How is 3.9?
Terrible.
Tell me good news, please.
Can't. Terrible. It is terrible. Startup.
Acknowledged.
So many bugs and things that break. Takeoff.
Ascending.
They are working
Retracting
on a
modules.
patch on the
Handing me the
PTU.
code.
I haven't been on the PTU. I just don't want to mess with it. I don't know if the patch is working or any better. But because I obviously haven't been on the PTU, but they are working on a patch. Star map. Star map.
Activating now.
But yeah, 3.9 is not good. One of the worst patches they've pushed out in a long time. Close, star map.
Affirmative.
A lot of 30Ks, a lot of crashes, and
I just want them put stuff in Arc Corp. So
uh,
much potential.
yes, but they just can't seem to get things right. Range.
Collecting data.
I'm afraid they just got an overloaded engine, and that's all there is to it. Jump.
Jumping.
The engine just can't handle the crap they keep shoving in it. So it just keeps getting worse. I mean, they turn a bunch of stuff off every patch. So I don't even see where we're gaining. Like I say, they have stuff in the game and they have to remove it because the new patches or new features, but they remove the old features, so it seems to me the game
Did
is
you
going...
see the Unreal Engine 5 demo?
Yes, I did.
Maybe they can switch.
No.
That'll cost a lot of time though.
Yes, no, right now they're pretty much screwed. This is either going to have to work on this engine or they're going to be another 15 years in development. And they're running out of time to get this engine to work, so. Yes, they definitely, this engine, yeah, it's not really up, it has never been up to the task of running a game like this. It was never meant to be an MMO game. So yeah, they have serious problems. They may not like to admit it, but it's obvious from anybody who tries to play that they have very serious problems. As I said, they go to a new engine now. First of all, Chris wants everything for free, so he don't want to pay for it. He wants to keep money in his pocket. And he'd have to license Unreal Engine, and he's not going to do that because they're not going to talk to him. I mean, I don't see anybody allowing Chris Roberts to use their engine without a serious legal contract. And he's built that reputation, so, you know. His own fault. But this game may still be 10, 15 years away from being even a beta. At the rate they're going, it's going to be 10, 15 years. I mean, they have no progress. In 8 years, they've had really very little progress. Like I said, anytime they add something, they remove something. So, yeah.
Who knew Squadron 42 was a time estimate?
They done blown that S, but they claimed this year, they claimed last year, they claimed the year before that year. Ever since 2016, he's saying it's just going to be this year, and here it is 2020, and it's still not going to be here. So when it comes to Chris Roberts telling anybody when something's going to release, you know, I doubt if anybody believes him anymore. This game, Squadron 42 ain't even going to make beta this year.
Ha, I know. I was joking that 42 was the years it would take.
And it may take 42 years. I don't expect to see this game release, official release on this game, not with the content they claim it's going to have. It's never going to happen. Not in my lifetime. Hell, it may not happen in Chris's lifetime, and it may not be till after his lifetime, because that's the only way to get completed, if they get a new manager in there that knows what he's doing, who can actually make the tough decisions. Sorry to say that, but his track record's not very good on finishing anything. He's never finished nothing in his life unless he was under somebody else's control. People want to brag about Freelancer. Freelancer would have never seen the light of day if it hadn't been for Microsoft after they got rid of Chris Roberts. And they got rid of Chris Roberts because he screwed them. Range.
Collecting data.
So yeah, everybody talks about Chris
Remember
Roberts.
back in the Kickstarter he said the game was.
Yeah. Jump.
Jumping.
Set for 2014.
Yes, yeah. He doesn't want to finish the game. They're making too much money. And until people tighten their wallets, he's not going to change. And when people tighten their wallets, the company's going out of business because they've already spent all the money they've collected. So, yeah. Range.
Collecting data. Collecting data.
No, you're not. Range.
Collecting data.
Yeah, I don't have any faith in him. I mean, I wish I did, but I don't. Jump.
You're right.
Jumping.
Normally, developers make money by selling the game.
Yep.
We gave him money up front.
And now he has no interest in finishing it. He just has an interest in keeping the cash cow flowing. So, you know. I mean, let's be realistic. They have not shown a lot of progress. Not for the amount of money they've spent. He's given the money, you know, people backed for the PU, Star Citizen. That's what people are backing for. They're not backing for Squadron 42. But once again, he's bleeding money out of the main game for his personal preference to make movies. That's what he did to Freelancer. It's what he's doing to Star Citizen. Range.
Collecting data.
Because he wants to make movies, and that's all Squadron 42 is. I'm going to hire actors because I like to rub elbows with them. Just say, he doesn't impress me as a businessman. He does impress me as a con man. He's very good at that, making promises and people believing him. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
But no, I do not figure I will see this game ever get to beta. They have not changed their ways. The They keep doing the same things. And I look at it, you know what, if they could fix this engine, they would. Or if they can make it do what they want it to do, they already would have, and they're still not able to do it. So it's kind of scary. Kind of scary when it comes to actually getting the game done. I tried this yesterday and wound up having to reset my character because I dropped
CryEngine is a FPS engine.
Yes.
And Star Marine still sucks.
Yes, it does. That ought to tell you something right there. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
And now they're going to make theaters of war. We can't actually make a real game, so we're going to make another mini game off to the side, waste all our people doing this instead of actually working on what people paid for. Nobody paid for the theaters of war. Nobody. Not one person paid for it. Not one person asked for it. But yet they're making it. Because they can't make a PU. And if anybody thinks they're making it for any other reason but that, they're wrong. Okay, this is a big ship and this is a small pad, if I remember correctly. It'll take up the whole pad. Range.
Honestly, they should come out and admit
data.
they can't do it with this engine and switch to Unreal 5.
You
It'll
know
be a
what?
2030 release date, but it'll at least really come out.
Yeah, Unreal, there's several games. Unity engine would probably run the game. You know what? There's, you know. You just gotta love the load ranges. Up, look at that. Pad finally showed up. I'm 500 kilometers away, but yet the load finally loaded. I say they got the loads cut down so short now, it's pathetic. And they're doing that, trying to squeeze more shit into the game, or somebody else in a Caterpillar. If he's already here, I am fucked. Because there will be nothing left. He beat me here by a few seconds, so there's no sense me even bothering stopping. No sense in me even
Unity is a
bothering.
low-quality engine. But then Chris Roberts could call Richard Garriott and scam us together again.
Yes. Yeah, there's no sense me even stopping here. That's going to be an empty terminal. Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Yep, no sense in me even stopping. Cruise control. Yeah, once somebody beats you here, you might as well figure, especially in a Caterpillar, that place is going to be empty.
Okay, I'll try to be positive.
I
like
try.
our corp.
I try to be positive, and I think their artists are really good. They've really done a good job on detail and stuff. But I think the rest of the developers probably just are way in over their head. And the biggest problem with that is not the developers, it's the guy who's leading the team, and that would be Chris Roberts. Star map.
Activating now.
He's just not up for the job. Let's see. I can run a gold. Take a gold, I guess. Where's Magna? Go out here to Magna. I forget where at Magna though. Might be able to run a load of
I've
gold.
heard he's a massive micromanager.
Yes.
Hard to work under a guy like that.
Yes, it is. Close Mobileglass.
Closing Mobileglass.
Yeah, he's and you know, because he's not realistic. He's not realistic. Range.
Collecting data.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
He's a toy boy, is all he is. He wants toys. He doesn't really want to complete anything. He never has. Jump.
Jumping.
He's like a kid in a toy store. He sees something new and he's got to have it in his game. But the trouble is, that's why this game, after 8 years, still...
I do love the lore. The lore team has done a great job in building out the universe.
Yes, which has absolutely nothing to do with Chris Roberts. That's how come they're doing a good job. I guarantee you, you get Chris Roberts actually off the project in a managerial position, this game would get finished.
You're right, that's why I think he's probably asking about switching to Unreal 5.
Oh, he may be asking, but I don't even see them talking to him. I really don't. I don't see any major company who has making engines will even talk to Chris Roberts. He has screwed so many people. You know what I mean, in the industry? Yeah. He screwed Crytek. He screwed Microsoft. I just can't imagine anybody else talking to him without money up front. You know what I mean? He is going to have to put his money up front, and he doesn't have it. He spends everything that Star Citizen makes on fancy offices. You see what I'm saying? I can't see anybody giving him anything without the money up front. When you get a reputation that you're not trustworthy, you know what? They're not going to take chances. Why should they? So, nope. I think anybody.
They have wonderful coffee machines, I hear.
Yeah, they've got the biggest, highest dollar coffee machines you can buy. Most companies, they just buy a Mr. Coffee, put it on the counter, and make it. No, they got espresso machines. You know, like I say, I can't see anybody dealing with him. People say he's got a successful company. No, he hasn't. He doesn't have a company that's produced one thing. They have not. They're living on donations. You know? That's all Star Citizen has ever done. They're living on donations. They do not have one successful product under their belt. Not one.
Well, they're successful in parting us from our money.
Yes, like I say, they're living on donations. That's all they live on. They don't actually make anything that's worth buying. I mean, people think buying ships in this game is actually worth it. No, not hardly. Because when he goes belly up, you know what? You ain't got nothing. You know? I mean, people spend all this money on JPEGs, and they bitch their computer can't run it. Well, you know, you're buying all these expensive
I'm waiting
ships.
for my merchant man.
Yeah, you're buying.
It's been 6 years.
Yes, you're buying all these expensive ships, but you don't run a decent computer. And I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? No, I don't. Range.
Collecting data.
Yep, I find it extremely funny. People bitch about they can't run the game because of computer this, computer that, but yet they're buying $400, $500, $600,000 ships. Jump. Jump.
Jumping.
Yeah, so I don't listen to anybody who tells me my computer, you know, I got all these ships, but I can't run Star Citizen because of this, that, or the other. I'm thinking, whose fault is that? You know? You're flying around a Carrack and you're bitching your graphics card is not good enough. Okay. Range.
Collecting data.
I really forget the name of this place. Haven't been out here in so long. And
I've seen threads on Spectrum with people asking for ships to be put back on sale because now they have stimulus checks to spend.
Yeah, doesn't that
It's
make
scary.
sense? Yeah, doesn't that make sense? You're gonna spend your stimulus check on JPEGs. Maybe it's Perryman. I don't remember. It might be Perryman. We're gonna find out. I guess it's the only thing on this planet. Thought there was more things here than just 2 bases on Bagna. I could be wrong. Jump.
Jumping.
What graphics card are you using?
I've got an MSI gaming, what is it, gaming X 5700 XT.
Hello, I yesterday see you post how you play Star Citizen in VR with VorpX. Can you upload your profile? What are you using right now?
I am using VorpX, and there's a complete tutorial on my YouTube station for it, how to set it up. And believe it or not, I am actually using VorpX's, the one made by Ralph, who created VorpX. The profile I'm using is the one he made for build 20.2. It works really well. I mean, you'll have to make tweaks to it, but it will get you up and running. And the rest of it's pretty much just personal preferences. Range. It's on the cloud, in cloud profiles. You can download it. There's several up there. Just make sure you download, import the one that says VorpX, and you will see that it was the one made by Ralph, who actually designed VorpX. And most of the other profiles, I've tried a few of them. I've found them to be, yeah, some of them are so old it doesn't matter, it should be removed. And the rest of them, yeah, I don't know what people are doing, but I don't like them. But different tastes for different folks, I guess. Let's see, get there a little quicker here. Yeah, I don't have an overpowering graphics card. Like I say, 5700 AMD XT. It works really well. I haven't found a game it won't run at decent frame rates at 1440p. A whole lot cheaper than what NVIDIA's. For a comparable NVIDIA card that'll run as good as this one, you got to buy a 2070 Super, and you have to buy a good one. You can't buy a cheap one. You got to spend.
It looks so good by you.
Yeah, you've got to spend for NVIDIA. You got to spend almost $600 to get a NVIDIA card that will do what this card will do, and I think I paid $419 for it. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't do ray tracing in games, but I'm not going to turn ray tracing on regardless, because I'm not going to split my frame rates in half to run ray tracing. I don't really care that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, once your graphics are so good, you know what, the rest, you just don't need it. Like ray tracing in Minecraft, for God's sakes, it's a polygon game. Who the hell cares about ray tracing? Landing mode. So some things I find funny that people have to have, but yeah, everybody's different, like I said. Yeah, I run the game at 1440p. I do stream at 1080p. That means it's getting downsized, but it's taking a 1440 screen and just downsizing it 1080p, so you have a little better visual quality versus somebody running the game in 1080p and streaming. So yes, it does look a little better. And I have everything turned up in Star Citizen. It's not like I'm running all my, well, what little features they have.
How can I convince you to give us an aerial tour of ArcCorp?
An aerial tour of ArcCorp. Yeah, I can do that at some time or another. ArcCorp is pretty nice. It doesn't run too bad out there. Now this ship will take this whole pad. I still haven't gotten used to the size. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
I love the cyberpunk aesthetic in general. Can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, they'll
Coincidentally,
it'll be out
also
here.
Star Citizen's release date.
Yeah, don't expect on a release date for this. Not in the next 5 years. Probably closer to 10 years. I think I'm on the pad all the way. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
Oh, this pad's bigger than most of them. Son of God, I didn't know that. Change view.
Roger that.
I guess I can fix that.
It was supposed to say 2077 is the release date, haha.
Yeah. Now this pad's a little longer than the other ones. Engine's off.
Engines are powered down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Okay, they should sell gold here. Our gold ain't gonna get nobody rich, but at least I can make a run. I was gonna fill it up with acetine, but somebody was at the other place.
What FPS do you get?
It depends. Right now I am probably getting 30, 32 in the game. The difference is I'm getting over 80 in my headset because I'm running ASD with no fluid sync. So, and to get a good experience in VR in a game that's not made for VR, you can do one of two things. You can run ASW to get your headset frame rate up so you don't get motion sickness, or you can force the game itself to get good 80 frames per second. And since this game will not get 80 frames per second, even when I don't play in VR, where's the tower here? There it is, way over there. You have to use ASW. What ASW? Asynchronous space warp. It creates frames that it needs to make the headset run at the proper speed. So, like I said, my headset right now, I don't know exactly. I could turn the counters on. I guess frame rate counters, did I start them? They actually might be running. You could probably see the game frame rate. Now, the wind is blowing so hard I can barely walk against it. Now, this is ridiculous. This is Star Citizen's ideal fun. See, I'm got this running as fast as I can to get into this wind, and it won't let me go. The wind's blowing so hard. Doesn't that make sense?
No stats on screen.
No strats on screen. I thought I started it. Maybe I didn't. But I can. Sometimes Star Citizen doesn't like me running. Let's see. They pop up here.
Left Alt plus F are FPS counter.
Yeah, that's for, you're not going to see that because I don't have the Warp X screen up. I'm not running in the mirror. I'm running off the game, so you wouldn't be able to see it even if I turned that on. Yeah, you can't. Like I say, sometimes I run in the mirror and that works just fine, but I'm not running in the Oculus mirror, so you wouldn't be able to see my headset stats. Okay, I cannot see shit, so we're going to have to back off this screen and see what we got here. And I'm at the wrong place, obviously, because I didn't see gold. Scrap, diamond, aluminum, shit. I am at the wrong place. And I'm sure it was at Magna. Huh. Well, I can tab out here and check the site real quick, so I don't have to go somewhere else. Oops, wrong one. I want galactic. Sadistic. Come on, stay up our headset. All right. Why? Come on. There it is. All right. Let's see. All right. Do they buy it there? Port Olisar. We're at, where are we at here? Shubin, Headley, Perryman. Doesn't even show up.
Are you using the profile from DevWolf?
No, I'm using it from VorpX. It will say, only the profile will say VorpX. That's the profile you want to use. Come on. Choo.
And what for custom resolution are good? I have the Oculus Quest.
I don't know how well to run on the Quest because you're using a link, so I don't know. But I'm using 1440p. I might have to go to the next place because this is not really what I want to do. Damn. See, I should have looked it up before I went out here. Should have looked it up before I went out here. Boop, 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 boop. 2.7. Fluorine 2.7.
Are you trying to sell minerals at this station?
No. I'm going to buy and just take a load back out to Olisar, so I'm just making sure they buy it, and though there's not a lot of profit to be had on fluorine, they do buy it, so we're just making a cargo run for shits and grins, and went out to Walla, but there happened to be a ship, a Caterpillar already on the pad, so there was no buy there. And so since I flew all the way out here, I figured, nah, we'll just go ahead and get something. So we'll make about what? I don't know, 0.3 credits per unit. Not a whole lot of money. Not a whole lot. Didn't I leave the gate open? I thought I left the gate open. I did. Didn't see it. There wasn't nobody here. I didn't figure there was any risk. That way I didn't have to look for it again. And now it should be full. Right door, right door. All right. I don't need to shoot nobody. See a graphical glitch there. That's not good. Uh-oh. There it goes. Say, please don't do that. Can't get into the command module. Alright. Engines on.
Engines online.
Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Star map.
Activating now.
Ooh, I might not have enough fuel to get back. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Cruise control. I forgot about filling up.
Affirmative.
So we're going to have to go back here and fill this puppy up. Because I'm a bozo. I just forgot all about it. I knew it didn't fuel. Landing mode. It's not like I didn't know it.
The landing gear is down and locked.
I was well aware it was low on fuel. I've used it twice and didn't fill it up. And it does use a bit of fuel, even though it holds quite a bit. Marble glass.
Open mobi-glass.
Yep, I just forgot. But yeah, I've had it out twice now, and I haven't put fuel in it, so I knew it was low. But we'll have it all fixed up here in a second. Yeah, the Vorpex cloud profile should be the top one on the list. That's the one you want to use. It's made off the latest patch for Vorpex, which I think 20.2 is it. He updates them every time he does he puts a patch in. He updates the
Where on screen are your fuel levels?
Well, it's not working. See where it says 100% right there? That should be quantum fuel. However, that gauge has not worked for God knows however. The other one is
Yes.
the lower left-hand side. It says 96%. That's actually hydrogen fuel. So yeah, the fuel gauge on these HUDs does not work on most of the ships. Now, some of the ships it does work, but it's not on this style of HUD. This style of HUD, if you see it, the quantum fuel gauge does not work. They've turned it off. It hasn't worked for 2 or 3 patches, major patches now. Okay, quantum fuel is now full, and now they're going to start putting in the hydrogen fuel. It'll go to 99 or 100%. And then they'll do the repairs, which wasn't but a few pennies. Okay, now they'll do the repairs, and it'll flash on your screen here if it's actually doing anything worthwhile, but nothing's flashing, so there's no damage, just wear and tear. Alright, now we're good to go again. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules.
Yeah, quantum
Handing
fuel
you the con.
gauges don't work on most of the ships right now. They've turned them off for whatever reason. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
And that's why I forgot. If I'd have seen it up there that it wasn't 100%, I'd have remembered to fill it. And I didn't know, but I just spaced it. Star map.
Activating now.
And we're still set for route, so close star map.
A fuel gauge seems SENTIA.
Yeah,
Essential.
it is, but you know what? It's a Star Citizen, so we have to expect things not to work. Like I say, the fuel gauges on this particular style HUD haven't worked for, I don't know, 3.6. I know it didn't work in 3.7, so it's been a while since it's actually worked.
Have you ever run out of gas in the stars?
Have I? Yes, I've had. I've not actually run out in space, but I have run out at stations because the mechanic to refuel is broke most of the time. So I've gone somewhere to refuel, and I couldn't refuel, so I had to go inside and reclaim the ship on insurance to fill it up. Cruise control. Range.
Affirmative.
So yes, I have actually gotten where I couldn't go anywhere else because their mechanics are broke most of the time. Even there, I refueled, but the odds were pretty good it was probably not going to refuel. It would be broke. Especially on space stations, you have to hover half the time trying to trick them into refueling you. It's really. I landed Alisar. I will not be able to refuel, even though I'm supposed to be able to. It'll all be red. Jump.
Jumping.
Like I said, they've got so many. They break so many things. They don't fix them. It gets aggravating. One thing about Star Citizen, if you're going to try and come in and play, you've got to figure you're going to get frustrated. Many things are broke. And they're not very good at fixing anything. We have bugs. There are still bugs in this game that have been around since 3.0 dropped. And that's been what, 2 years ago? So.
The travel times are too long.
They shortened them and they lengthened them again, I believe, on this 3.9 patch. They were running faster, and I do believe they turned them back to what they were before. Now, this ship is pretty quick in quantum travel. It's got 2 quantum drives, I guess, in it. So it's pretty fast in quantum. But I noticed I had my Renegade out yesterday or the day before, and it took me longer to get somewhere than it used to. So they increased the times again. Like I say, time sinks are us. That's Chris Roberts. He has no gameplay, so he tries to make up for it with time sinks. I mean, elevators run slower now, trams run slower.
I've seen people talk about watching YouTube videos or Netflix while quantum jumping.
Yes.
It's such an absurd idea.
It's nuts that you're putting something in your game to actually cause people not to play it. But you know what? That's how Chris Roberts thinks. And you got the White Knights, who Chris Roberts can't do anything wrong. They just claim that it's just so realistic. Yeah, well, I don't consider it realistic. There's nothing realistic about quantum travel. It doesn't exist, so how the hell can you say it makes it realistic? But that's what people do.
It's a F2P mobile game mentality.
Yep.
Pay to skip the waiting.
Yep. So I don't know. But people defend everything the man does. They really get upset when you don't agree with them.
I need to read more about Chris Roberts, but do you think his investors would ask him to step down?
Anybody, if he worked for anybody, they'd already fired him. Now, whether or not this billionaire buddy of his will ever force him to do anything, I don't know. But I just can't imagine even, I can't imagine a guy giving Chris Roberts money for nothing. Uh, you know, and a year ago he claimed, "Oh, I got enough money to finish all this," and they come to find out that they were completely out of money. They're living month to month on donations to pay their goddamn bills. $300 million, and they don't have enough money. That's ridiculous. You know, as far as I'm concerned, this game couldn't be made with $300 million. Jesus Christ! Of course, you got a man who put studios in every major city in the world. Why do you need studios all over the world?
Or they go belly up and someone else buys the project.
There's no money here to buy because he's already bled the money out of it. That's been that was donated. He's already used the money up. What are you going to buy?
300 million barely buys good coffee machines.
Yeah, well, but he's
Have
got
some sympathy.
Yeah, I'm not having no sympathy for his fucking coffee espresso machines. I think it's ridiculous. Every other place has got a coffee a coffee pot, Mr. Coffee range. Not Star Citizen.
Collecting data.
Have you seen his offices? How fancy they are? This is a company who's never made nothing. They got fancier offices than anybody else in the business. You see what I'm saying? What the hell? Why are you spending money on shit like this? But he did, He's trying to be something he isn't. Okay, where is Alisar? Star map. I don't see it offhand. Star map. Star map. Come on, don't give me a rough
Activating
time.
now.
Yeah, like I say, when I saw the videos of what his offices looked like, I couldn't believe it. I'm saying, what? This man has never, ever made a
Remember
product?
the Site Eichimo video of the coffee cup?
Yep.
When everyone cheered for a high-definition cup of coffee, I knew this project was doomed.
I mean, come on. Close star map. It makes you wonder. It boggles the mind. Close star map. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Be giving me a rough time here, and we're behind the planet, aren't we? Maybe on the other side of the planet. Or yeah, I barely can get a reading on it. We should be able to jump past Crusader here. If not, we're all gonna die.
2 years on a bartender.
Jump. Yeah, that's... You know what? First of all, that just goes to show you how stupid Chris Roberts is. They call it the bartender, but it's NPC AI. You see what I'm saying? This man is so stupid. Why would you call it that? So I know everybody thinks it's all about the bartenders serving drinks to customers, you know what I mean? But the thing about it is, every time the bartender, that code, they call it bartender, instead of calling it something that makes sense. So now everybody is under the belief that code they're creating for bartender is just bartender code. That's how stupid Chris Roberts is. Why would you call it that? Yes, it affects the bartenders in the game, but it's actually major NPC code. So when they interact all over the thing, but all he was worried about, you can go get a drink. That's what he advertises as important. Like I said, that just goes to show you how much that man lacks intelligence. Now everybody makes fun of him because we got bartenders in the game. Well, you know what? It's not what the bartender code's about.
Good point.
Like I say, that's how stupid he is. I'm sorry. Now you get made fun of all over the world because you're so concerned about bartenders. Really? Permission to land.
Approach protocols
Yeah.
engaged.
I mean, that's how stupid he is.
Please proceed to side landing.
Close mobile glass.
Closing
It's
Moby glass.
it's store NPC code. You know what I mean? When you buy something, when you buy food, all that's the bartender code. That's actually what all boils down to. When you interact with an NPC, and they came up with the name bartender code. So people make fun of them because all he's concerned about is bartenders. He served me a drink. And you know, when they have their videos and they go over it, what do? They utilize the guy at the bar. Come on. And they wonder why they have a bad reputation.
The
for being
underlying
idiots.
AI can be used elsewhere.
Yes.
But the animations are bartender specific.
Yes. Like I say, so I don't know. They're idiots. You know what? I don't care if the bartenders in the fucking game work or not. You know what I mean? What difference does it make? I'm not playing Star Citizen to role play going to a goddamn bar. Landing mode. But I guess some people are. That's the only reason they're playing. I'm playing to fly around in space, alright? That's what I want to do. That's what I backed. I didn't back your goddamn bartenders.
It's playing into Wing Commander nostalgia.
Yeah.
They had static bartenders back then.
Yeah, like
Nostalgia draws in money.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody's backing Star Citizen because of the bartenders. I don't think so. Power down.
Powering down.
In fact, I doubt one person has ever put $1 in this game because Chris Roberts is putting in bartenders. Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Now, I could be wrong. I'm the first one to admit it. But I'd like to meet the guy that is pledging into Star Citizen because Chris Roberts is worried about bartenders. But he is worried about them. It's very important. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I just think they need to put somebody in charge who could actually make the tough decisions.
You'd be surprised. I've seen people who claim they bought the 600i for the bar.
Well, you know, I have heard that too, that they really did, and I'm thinking, okay, why? What game? I mean, you know what? I don't know. Isn't there a door button out here somewhere where I can raise this without getting there? It is. I'm gonna say where I can raise that without getting in the ship. Well, this ship sure is jumping around on the pad, isn't it? Crush chair. Oops. Didn't I put the landing gear down? Holy shit. Okay. I guess I gotta blame that on me, don't I? I gotta go back up and, yeah. Thought I put it down. I really did. I'm making fun of them because look at this thing bounce around on the pad. And then it dawned on me the gear's not down. How's that for a bozo move? Yep, I don't do that very often. See what happens when you start flapping your jaws? Yep. Duh. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And
Bartenders
locked.
distracted you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
See, I got the landing complete now. Power down. Power down.
Powering down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
You know, I'd have gone in there and they wouldn't have sold me the car. They wouldn't have let me sell the cargo either because it wasn't actually officially landed. You notice I didn't get the okay until actually I put the gear down and then landed. They probably wouldn't have bought my cargo. I'm glad I noticed before they went all the way in there. I only noticed because the damn thing was bouncing on the pad. I'm trying to figure out, look at this shit bounce around. It's not supposed to do that. Probably bet it ain't bouncing now. Nope, look at that. Amazing. The only reason I noticed it is because the damn thing was bouncing. Okay. I know how to fly, I just don't know how to land. Until I'm not walking against the wind again. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yep. Well, now why did you do that, Door? Tried to cut my damn nose off. Alright.
Is your ship locked while docked at the port, or can other players steal things while in port?
As long as you close it up, it's supposed to be locked. Now, they can still steal things because things do not work as intended. And probably somebody even knows how to glitch into it. But yeah, supposedly it is locked. Because that's why I closed it back up. Alright, Caterpillar, Flory. 54.6. Let's see, that's what we're going to do. We're going to sell all of it. Say we won't make much. I think we had 814,000, I think is what our, right around there anyway. Well, we made more than I thought we got. No, I had more than that because 896, so I forget exactly what it was. But yeah, I had 860 or something, so I still made 30,000. Even on cheap items.
Centuries in the future, and they don't have security systems to prevent ship theft.
No. Well, because they want that to be gameplay. They want, although you're supposed to have to be able, the gameplay is supposedly being using something like a multi-tool in hacking into the ship. It takes time to do. But, of course, Star Citizen, whenever they put a feature in, they don't actually put a complete feature in, so it's always screwed up. Just like their food and drink shit. You see it going off down here. Well, I'm on All-Star right now. There's no place for me to buy food and water. Sometimes they sell water in here. Well, they do. Today they have water. Some days they don't. But there's no place to buy food here. So they implement something in the game that's not finished. Now, say I bought 3 bottles of water and put them in my inventory. They disappear. So you can't stock up on them.
Who asked them to add in food and drink survival mechanics?
Chris Roberts.
Ridiculous.
3 years ago, he claimed they never do it. But now we have it. So what I do, instead of messing with it, because I got tired of buying this shit that disappears all the time, why buy it when it just disappears in your inventory? I just kill myself. I just, and that resets it. Because, why am I messing with gameplay that doesn't work? It's not complete. I don't have a problem eating and drinking. I think it's a bullshit mechanic, survival mechanics. Nobody wanted it. Nobody does like it except the few role players in the game.
He probably played a survival game and decided to add it.
That's probably exactly what happened. He probably played Rust or New Man's Sky and thought, oh, let's add this. So they did. But like everything else they added it half complete. And that's the bad part. You know what? If you are going to add it in the game, make it all work. You know what I mean? All these ships, Connie's and stuff, have food in them. 600 Eyes got a bar with food in it. Do you know you cannot use that food in the game? Can't use it. So here you got all these ships people spent $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 on that have all this food on board and these counters, and they have these kitchens in them. Can't use them. You see what I'm saying? They implemented another something else in the game that's not complete. Why would you even put that in the game until you get it done? And that's my gripe about it. Why did you put a half-assed, unfinished system in the game so we have to fuck with it when you didn't even put the mechanics in the game that make it at least halfway enjoyable or not a pain in the ass to do? You see what I'm saying? You go around and you buy food and water to put in your personal inventory, and then when you go to use it, it's no longer there. You see what I'm saying? Uh, why is this in the game if you got to run around to this? Are we supposed to run around to buy food and water?
The project management is atrocious.
I'm telling you, it's just why do you put badly implemented stuff in the game continually? You know, I just don't understand their line of reasons. I just why do you put broken shit in the game? They do shit all the time. It's broken. They know it's broken when they put it in, but yet they put it in anyway and claim, oh, we added features. No, you didn't. Just like the prison system. Most of the shit in the prison system is broke. You're supposed to be able to use the mining tool and go mining. No, you can't. Mining tool's broke. Can't use it in a prison. It doesn't work. See, so they put all this gameplay in, and when they put it in, it's already broken. And they know it's broken, but yet they still put it in. They knew 3.9 is a mess of a patch. They already knew that, but yet they still pushed it to the PU and claimed, oh, see, we got it out.
Don't get me started on the prison system.
Yeah, like I say.
Who the hell asked for that?
Well, I don't have a problem with it per se. I think they should have made sure it worked properly when they put it in. You know what I mean? I think it should. I don't think you should be getting crime stats for shit you didn't do. You know what I mean? It just like I say, bad implementation. A guy goes out and shoots somebody in the back of the head. I don't have a problem with that guy going to prison. However, the prison system is so badly implemented that it's a nightmare for the guy who gets put in prison. You know what I mean? He can't work his way out. They talk about, well, you can run out. Well, no, you can only run out on certain servers if the servers are working properly. You see what I'm saying? So I just, yeah. Like I say, I think they should actually do shit right the first time. Not, 6 months later we fix it. I just don't understand that.
Can't you just kill yourself and escape?
No. You cannot. You kill yourself, you go right back to your prison cell. So you can't die out. But you know what? You can get out in 30 minutes if the mining works.
You spawn there.
Yes, you spawn there. If you log out in prison, you spawn back into prison. You have a holding cell just like a Easy Hab or whatever it is. So that's where your spawn point is till you get out and get away. So. And like I say, there's a way to make it get out quickly, like you can do your mining. Well, no, you can't because it doesn't work. So if you get a 12-hour prison sentence, you're going to be there for 12 hours. You know what I mean? Give me a break. Yeah, you can get out early if the mini games work, like mining. If it worked, well, yeah, you can still get out in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like to mine, it doesn't take much to mine. Hand mine. It doesn't take much. But like I say, they implemented it and shit doesn't work, so now everybody's bitching about it because they're forced to waste their time. And that's not good gameplay. But that's pretty much what Star Citizen likes people to do. Okay, we're going to take a break for a minute. We did actually get a cargo run in, amazingly enough. And in DC.
I watched a video on their YouTube last week saying they plan to spend some time building out prison escape mazes.
Yeah. Now that's going to be a whole lot of fun, isn't it? Gee, let's do a maze. Let's really aggravate people. But you know, the thing about it is, you can't escape by yourself. I mean, you can escape, but you can't go nowhere. If you escape out on the world, the planet, somebody's just going to shoot you. You can't get anywhere. You can't walk far enough. You don't have food to get anywhere. You see what I'm saying? Somebody actually has to pick you up. Does that make sense? And then you got all the bounty hunters that just wait around there to shoot people when they come out. Yeah, so okay, yeah, you can escape. Like I say, I just don't understand the whole. Yeah, I don't think they thought it out very well.
Show us what prison is like.
No, I've done been once. I ain't going. I went because I didn't do nothing wrong. I had rented a 600i just for a day. Me and Demented Warlock, we were taking it out to do one of the missions on Hurston. And as we were traveling to the mission location, the ship just blew up for no reason. Just exploded. Being he was in the ship, I got a 3rd level crime stat for him dying. Now, I didn't do nothing wrong. The game's one that blew up the ship. Nobody shot us. We were not attacked. We were just flying. And all of a sudden, the ship just blew up. I got a 3rd level crime stat, had to go get myself out of prison. Now, I just thought, you know what? This is what you got. This is your prison gameplay. You're putting people in prison because your servers are fucked up. Yeah, see, being he died on my ship, I was made responsible.
LOL, I would like to see a bounty hunt mission.
Yeah, like I said.
Have you done much FPS combat play?
Yeah, I like going into the bunkers and stuff and shooting NPCs. It's fun. They're buggy as hell. I mean, they really are.
Maybe they'll put in trial mechanics. I'd love to be a space defense lawyer and I'll buy a court ship.
Yeah. I mean, they're buggy as hell. Their FPS stuff is really buggy. It may work, it may not work. You may run into Superman. There's a lot of Supermen in the game that you can shoot them a whole bunch of times and they don't die. Like I say, their FPS stuff is really buggy. It really is. Elevators don't work that you got to use to go down in the bunkers. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that's screwed. Been screwed since they've released it, and it's still screwed. But they still have fun doing them. I still have fun doing them. You know, but they are buggy as hell, and you do one, and you may complete it, you may not complete it. And you may not complete it. It's not that you get shot and get killed, you know. It's that, yeah, the game's buggy and won't let you complete it. There's a, I don't know, it's one of these NPCs on Hurston and Reclamations called, his name is Clovis. I don't know how many times I've tried to complete his mission. It's get satellite blades and hacking them off a crashed satellite. I have never completed it because one way or another it always bugs. Something bugs. So I've never completed the mission. It's impossible to complete as far as I'm concerned. You have so many bugs in the system that one of them is going to end the mission, that you can't complete it. It may be elevator, it may be there's no blades there that are supposed to be there, it could be anything. It could be that when you get all the way to the last part where you hack the blade, when you took it where you need to go to hack it, it's bugged. Like I say, I've never actually completed.
We need a stream of Chris Roberts playing his own game.
Oh no. Yeah, yeah, that would be nice. But you know what? I would like to see just anybody at Star Citizen playing this fucking game. Sitting down for an hour and on the regular servers, not on the in-house servers, you know what I mean? On servers like we play, actually having to play this game. You know? But see, they play on in-house servers that are not tied to the internet, and they probably work just fine. You see what I'm saying?
Ever see the YouTube video of him playing it from 3 or 4 years back?
No. I've never seen him actually play Star Citizen. And like I say, I can't imagine him saying how great it is if he's ever played it. you know. But their artwork is very nice. They have very good artists.
You must watch it. You will have a laugh.
I'm sure I will, especially the first time the game crashes on him when he's carrying a load of cargo. Alright, I'm going to get out of here for a bit, guys. I'm going to take a break and might fix me something to eat even. This might. But it wasn't too bad a session today. Yeah, no, it's not the IT guy's problems, Chris. It's yours. Yeah, welcome to our world, right? Okay, guys, we'll talk at you later. Have fun.